Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into a fascinating journey to financial independence. It's all laid out in this finished book, and it's quite a unique story.
It really is. The book's called Embrace the Magnificent Sevens and Grow Rich. And, the author is very clear up front. This isn't some get-rich-quick formula.
Right. No magic bullets here.
Exactly. It's not investment advice either, really. It's his life story, a biographical account about facing down challenges and building wealth, sure, but maybe more importantly, building a life where he had real choices. Freedom.
So his beginnings were pretty far removed from, say, Wall Street or finance centers.
Oh, absolutely. He actually came to America as an immigrant when he was just 15. And you see this entrepreneurial spark really early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells this story about a summer job leading ponies. Seems simple enough, but he quietly managed to make about $800.
Wow, at that age. That's significant.
For him, it was huge, and he says that's what really lit the fire, sparked this lifelong interest in money and sort of what it could do.
But it wasn't exactly a smooth ride from there, was it? I mean, there was a major event early on that changed things dramatically.
That's putting it mildly. A really devastating car accident, Christmas Day, 1973, left him severely injured.
Gosh.
Yeah. But what's really interesting is how that became, well, a catalyst. He discovered Yogananda's teachings, had this profound spiritual awakening.
And that connects to his financial approach.
Directly. He credits those teachings for fundamentally shaping how he viewed everything, including money. Things like patience, detachment from, the daily market noise, focusing long term.
Okay, so that spiritual perspective wasn't just personal, it became part of his strategy. How did that play out, practically speaking? Where did he start building wealth?
Well, the first big phase was actually real estate. And you can see that long-term view right away. He wasn't just flipping houses.
He talks about adding value, right? What did that look like?
Yeah, adding value was key. And it wasn't just like a coat of paint. He'd find properties that were maybe undervalued because of inefficiencies, poor layout, things like that.
Take this Cardiff duplex he mentions. Pretty humble place. But he didn't just tidy it up, he reconfigured it. Added an extra bedroom.
Clever. So that boosts rental income, resale value?
Instantly,
Yeah.
significantly. And that's a core idea he shares, right? It's about creating value, not just spotting a bargain.
That makes sense. And he set himself a pretty audacious goal back then, didn't he? Something about becoming a millionaire.
He did, a millionaire in 10 years, and he had this great mental image for it. He saw it as building a brick wall.
A brick wall.
Yeah, a wall made of 100 bricks, and each brick represented $10,000.
Huh. That's a powerful visualization.
It seemed to work for him. By 1984, he laid all 100 bricks. Goal achieved.
Amazing.
And you see that same long-term patience later on.
Yeah.
He spent 20 years cultivating this beautiful retreat in Maui, really pouring himself into it, and eventually sold it for, what was it, $2.5 million. It underscores that theme. Vision, patience, building real value over time. So he starts in real estate, builds that foundation, but then his focus shifts, particularly in investing. He talks about early mistakes, speculation.
Right. He's quite open about early failures, trying to time the market, that kind of thing. He learned the hard way.
And that led him to this concept of the Magnificent Sevens. What are those?
Yeah. The Magnificent Sevens. It's his term for a very select group of essentially dominant tech companies. Think market leaders.
Okay, so like the big names we all know.
Well, yes, but it's why they're magnificent that matters to him. It's not just size. He argues they have these unique qualities, massive cash flow, really strong competitive advantages, moats,
Right. Hard to compete with.
Exactly. And this incredible ability to compound wealth way beyond what most companies can manage. He points to Apple. I think the book mentions it earned something like $200,000 every minute.
Wow.
Or Facebook, where his initial $50,000 stake grew to over $1 million. For him, these aren't just lucky stock picks. They're fundamentally different kinds of wealth-generating engines.
So it's not just picking name, it's really understanding why these specific companies are different.
Precisely. Deep understanding. And for him, the money itself, it's not the end goal. It's the tool. It's the means to designing the life he wanted, having freedom over his time.
He has that great quote summing it up. Making money is a skill. Maintaining money is a discipline. Multiplying money is an art. What should you take away from that?
I think it's powerful because it breaks down the different phases, the different mindsets needed, making it, that's the hustle, the skill, like his pony job or the real estate place.
Okay.
Maintaining it, that takes discipline. protecting it, managing risk, not getting reckless.
Right, holding on to it.
And then multiplying it. That's the art. That requires deeper insight, maybe some intuition, that long-term vision, like concentrating on those magnificent sevens, letting your money really work for you. His book is really aimed at helping you, the reader, figure out how to navigate those stages yourself.
And tying into that multiplying idea, there's that thought he often brings up, credited to Warren Buffett.
Ah, yes, the classic. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die.
It's stark, but it makes you think.
It certainly does. And, to bring it back to his personal philosophy, think about how he talks about enjoying his Ferrari. He's clear it's not about showing off status. He sees it as a piece of art that genuinely brings him joy. It's a symbol, I think, of a life lived on his own terms, designed by him, funded by assets working for him, rather than just endless work. It's about what that wealth enables.
A life by design. That's a really interesting way to frame it. Lots to think about there.